This is part 3 of our in-depth horror discussion on the Amityville
We're breaking
horror.
down scene by scene. Amityville Horror Remake.
Our interpretation
2005.
of the movie.
Alright, so we left off where George
The
is
remake.
at home in the basement and he's seeing like freaking the family footage, all the family
3:15.
movies. He's got that set up, and then he sees his clock at 3:15.
So he goes
to
passes
bed.
out. He's
He wakes up
tripping
at
balls off
3:15,
the spirit.
the
evil
same time
spirits.
that freaking the original guy woke up and killed his family. Anyways, so he grabs an axe and he's freaking going. He goes up to the boathouse because he's hearing all the spirits.
That
take him
shot
down
was
there.
sweet. The axe grab,
And
he
the
goes.
spirits are like, kill him, and they're freaking out. And he goes in the boathouse.
Spirits want him to kill the
And
dog
he gets startled.
as a warm up.
Yeah, he gets startled and turns around. And he thinks he sees, and it's like a goblin, but he freaking hits it with the axe.
Script convenience.
He
Like, hey,
kills
let's let him kill the dog.
He kills the prop dog with an axe, with a couple slashes, and then he sees that it's the dog, and he's like, "What have I done?"
Yeah, so then it's that morning, so he goes back to bed. Next day, kitchen scene. No, that's when the bitches just start feeling how she hates
the
this
evil,
house.
and she's like, "We gotta get
she
out of here."
hates how he's been ever
She's
since
like, "We
they
gotta
moved
leave,"
in.
and Van Wilder's like, "How'd you get so fucking stupid?"
You want to leave all shit behind?
He's
Kathy?
like, "All our stuff is in here."
Well, she is an Aussie, so.
So he's totally, he did a good performance, good acting in this movie. Now he's totally possessed now. Anyways, go on.
And he's just like, you're the one who wanted this goddamn house.
No, and then this is
You
where
goddamn kids.
this is where the priest shows up and then talks to the mom, and she goes out front with him.
No, the kids are looking for the dog also.
Oh yeah, and he's like,
How should I know, Billy?
Yeah, he's like, "Hey George, you seen the dog?"
So the dog's missing.
He's like, "Maybe he run away." He's like, "He never went away."
George. Anyway, then in the priest scene, the priest comes
she's
to the
walking
house.
with the mom on the property of the house,
Cleanse
all
it
in the
from the
freaking,
spirits.
all in the tight freaking.
And that's when he sees the little girl with Jody's doll, and that's when they do this awesome suspense scene where he's just like, Jody was buried with that same doll.
And you're like,
He's like, I knew the DeFeos, and it does this awesome
He's
zoom
like, that's
in
the
shot.
same doll as
There's
the,
a zoom
as
in
the daughter
shot.
from that family, and it was buried in their casket.
Awesome suspense.
So then you're like,
awesome score.
It's pretty tight. How'd they get the doll? Pretty good scary stuff.
So anyway, it goes to the CGI scene where the freaking priest tries to get rid of the spirits.
Oh yeah,
They did this pretty sweet.
You're talking about the CGI flies, isn't that? Is that what you're right? You're talking about that.
Exactly. The house of the spirits.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job with it. Oh, no comment? Okay.
What is your comment? I'm going to introduce it.
No, I liked it because he's showing the spirit roars
No,
out
they,
of the
they
vent.
do a bunch of different voices for the
yeah, and they
spirits.
showed he does the holy water. No, he's splashing the holy water around, and then it shows the camera if it's hitting the floor, and it's like acid. It's like, tss, and all the spirits are like.
That's when the bugs attack him.
No,
He
but
comes
then-
running out there. Amazing
This is
paranormal
kind
scene.
of gay thing though, is when the spirit yells out, and it's like leave, or it's like get out of this house. That's kind of gay. But anyways, go on.
It's kind of tight.
Wow, he thought
For
it was
a
tight.
ghost movie.
He thought it was tight.
It says something like that.
Wow.
At night.
Wow.
Anyway, George collapses. No, George collapses. He goes into like cardiac demonic spirit arrest.
Whoa. He wakes up out of sleep, and he's hearing all the voices, and he comes out, and it's tight shots at night.
They're taking him
And
over
then,
more and more.
This is when
with
he
the
freaking.
theme playing.
This is when he falls on the ground on the.
Oh,
deck
that was
back there.
badass.
And he's
And
like,
the feeling in
"Oh,"
that
and
shot
and
is
it's like
amazing.
the horror music going because he's totally hearing all the spirits at this point, and then he's totally consumed by it.
Next day, 28th day, the infamous day where you become completely consumed by the spirit. So anyway, it shows Kathy, the bitch, researching.
She's going to the library.
She researches the DeFeo murder in the 70s.
She shows up, and it's like the front door at the library, and they're like, "We're not open yet," and she's like, "I got a freaking murder
Torture devices, Indian killing chamber.
She's like, I got some crazy husband on my hands.
Well, that we find out this was like an Indian burial ground, and it cuts back to George knocking,
and it cuts back to him.
And he's locking the windows in the house.
He's screwing up the windows with freaking
and he knocks down the secret hallway.
Oh yeah, and
he goes back there and finds where all the torture chambers and all the saw fans are like, oh, I can relate to this.
While she's reading the story, it's cutting back from that to him freaking like seeing all the blood and like all the.
Anyway, it doesn't go in that
tortured.
depth. And then she goes to the priest. Back to the priest. She's like, why were you scared?
She goes on the
Why'd
way
you
home
leave
from
us?
the library. She
tells
stops at the
him.
priest's house.
It gives her someone to bounce lines off of, and she's like, the Reverend Jeremiah Ketchum tortured Indians in my basement. It's badass.
On my land.
So there's a bunch of evil spirits that are stuck there, trapped in there, between this world and the paranormal. And then the slit No, he slits his throat so his presence would live there forever.
Also, no,
she
also,
says that.
Also, while she's doing the research, no, it cuts to George.
Demonic
he's like,
possession.
He's like puking. He's like on the freaking. He's like on his freaking couch.
They keep on pouring more and more corn
different
syrup
shots,
on him.
different shots of freaking throughout the day of like him doing stuff.
Oh, then the
possessed.
priest is like, weeks before the murder, Ronnie came to me and he told me there were spirits in that house.
I didn't believe him.
Until yesterday.
Even though he says I didn't believe his story.
And then they completely douse him in corn syrup blood. And it cuts to that night. Kathy comes home.
No, she also talks about the guy who was stuck in limbo. Freaking because he slit his throat and what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He slit his throat so his presence would stay there forever. He was that
so
in
his
with the
spirit
devil.
would
It's
stay
like
in the house.
Tales from the Dark Side story. It's pretty badass how they throw that in there.
Also, when she mentions
that there was a story behind the spirit, the evil spirit that's in the house.
Yeah, when she mentions that she slit his throat, it cuts back to George, and it's like his demonic thing going on, and his blood goes all over him. But anyways, and the grips are like more blood, more blood. Oh, you said that? Well, more blood. Go.
So she shows up at the house in a panic to get everyone out of the house.
She shows up, and by this time it's dark and it's raining.
Oh, and George is in the boathouse.
And the grips are doing overtime.
That she could save him. No,
the grips are doing overtime, pouring down the water.
And that's when she falls into the water, and he's like totally blown out, Buzz. Like he can't even he's like stone stupid. He's just watching her, and she's like, "Are you fucking crazy, George? You tried to kill me."
She gets her hair caught in the freaking propeller of the boat, and he like puts it up, and
he's fully possessed, and he just shines the light.
Yeah,
and
he shines like one of those
word.
frog deer lights at her, and he's like looking at her all weird, and he's like.
Anyway, so he gets daughter. She gets her daughter.
She gets the boys.
And they're in the basement, and she finds the coffins that were built for, the family.
No, she's not in the basement. She walks inside in the kitchen right there, and she sees all the coffins lined up. And
that's all he's been doing these days.
He's just been working on the coffins.
He has no job.
No, that's all he's been doing in the time span that she went to the library.
Of, the spirit, and, the spirit just made him make coffins for it.
And then Van Wilder's like, I just want to talk to you. And then they freaking run through the door and shut it and freaking out. And then the grips open the door for him, and Van Wilder's got the shotgun.
It's a pretty tight shot.
He's got the rifle.
And then it shows the family screaming throughout the house. They would have just ran out. Instead they decide to move it.
No, also no. Then the 13-year-old gets butted.
Dresser.
No, he gets butted by the gun, freaking Van Wilder, and he's just like, "What the hell is your
everyone improv
and Van Wilder's
acting
like, "What the hell is your problem?" And he's like, "Man, it's damn kids need to get it under control."
Yeah. Then the family goes off on the roof. I don't know how they made them go out that way because they were blocking all the doors.
Locked.
Yeah, all the windows were locked.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's another plot hole at the butthole. The Nate done butthole.
They would have just ran straight out the door and in the car. It's not that hard.
No, so
but it's a horror movie, so they were tripping over their balls.
Van Wilder's on the roof with all of them. Freaking, he gets hit by the freaking 13-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah. Billy knocks him, and it's a total stuntman rolling off the roof.
13-year-old hits a stuntman. He rolls down.
He's willing to, fuck up his back or whatever. Anyway.
He goes into the mud and he drops the rifle.
They try to get back in the house, and the windows are locked.
And she sees a ghost through the window. The mom does.
That's a pretty tight jump.
It's pretty tight.
They decided to throw a jump scare in the middle of, a slasher ending. Because he's got the axe and everything.
So
anyway.
No, she comes down to him and freaking.
He's fucked up.
No, she gets the
rifle.
He
wakes up and he grabs the axe.
In the rain. And she grabs the
full grip storm.
He grabs the kid, Billy, and puts him against the wall, and he's about to hit him.
Storm
and then he sees the ghost all goblin in his face. And he's looking at Billy's face against the house.
He's the next one that the spirits want him to kill.
But then freaking the wife picks up the rifle and she's like, shh, shh.
Like a 90s action movie.
She's like, stop.
And they make the chick the heroine. Oh, great. Give the chick the gun.
No, and then he looks at her, doesn't even really give
You got a script that's blank. You could write anything and you choose her to grab the gun.
No, he just looks at her and doesn't even care. So then he lifts up the axe again to hit the kid and freaking then she butts him in the head, knocks him out.
So she's knocked out.
But then it goes to a dream sequence.
No, and he has suppressed happy memories.
Yeah, it goes to a dream sequence of him all leading up to the house with me and Happy and then freaking a whole bunch of scary. No, then it goes to a whole bunch of
he sees himself killing her.
No, then it goes to deleted scene monologue.
Yeah,
it's showing everything. All this blood and everything.
Everything that they didn't put in the movie, they put in that shot.
Of him thinking about it. Anyways,
then he sees himself killing her.
He sees himself grabbing the axe, killing her. Then it cuts back to him still knocked out, and then the family
Then he
ties
wakes
him up.
and he's like, "Kill me, Kathy."
Yeah, the
Kill
family
me.
ties him up and freaking like all like
And
the
you're
little
like,
boys are
wow.
like pulling him to the boathouse, and she's like, "We just gotta get him out of here." And she puts him in the boat, and they freaking go out.
I know, what the hell?
And
They're all
like
under the age of 14.
They get like a half mile away, and freaking he comes to, and he's just like, he said, "Kathy, let's just leave." And they're like, "Oh, he's cool now." And the 13-year-old's looking at him. The camera's on the 13-year-old's face, and he's like, "Oh, he's cool now." "Oh, George, you're back. You're back."
Oh, but the theme that they're playing at the end is just amazing.
Oh yeah, tight shots. Oh yeah, no.
It's a pretty good ending because of the feeling of it. Because he gets away and he's just like, man, I don't want to feel that buzz again.
They're in the boat and it's freaking the camera angle looking back at the house, and there's the one red maple. It's all like normal trees, and there's the one red maple like because of the fall. It's dope. Tight shot. No comment. Okay, no comment, guys. No comment.
No, I like.
No comment. No comment.
I officially like that.
He officially liked that.
You said it. Nothing else needs to be said. It was just beautiful, and if you've seen the movie, you know what we're talking about. What else about it? Oh, then it cuts back to it shows the girl inside the house, and she gets dragged to hell.
No, before that, though,
suck her back to
it cuts back to the house on the inside.
Everything turns back to normal.
Yeah, all the things that they blocked the doors with,
out,
the nails unscrew.
So that they could attract,
another buyer.
They've evolved
so they could sell the house again.
Yeah.
And they left all their stuff there. And then it says the freaking, the thing like, oh, there's family left, and, they left all their possessions there. They haven't came back.
And, so no one was there. So in the meantime, it just like shows that he raped the little Jody girl.
No, and it shows the little grudge ghost bitch, and she freaking disappears in the thin air. All right, anyway.
Yeah, getting raped by Ketchum.
And all the chairs go back to normal.
Jeremiah Ketchum.
Into the table. It's pretty tight. Anyways.
Overall thoughts.
Final thoughts. What'd you think?
Really done good by Platinum Dunes remake.
First off, this is one of the remakes.
It kind of felt like a hardcore Hollywood movie at times, but I kind of like the 2000s style and the horror feel of it.
This is one of the only ones that freaking were the original. The remake is better than the original. I thought they did
one of the few.
They did a better telling the story.
Because in the original, like he falls in that like ooze plot or whatever, and you're like, what the hell? And it's just filler up the butt. Meaning like they just put a bunch of random shit in there.
This made a bunch of special effects in the original, but no, this actually had more substance and more of an actual story with the
they put the storyline about it, so a reasoning of why the spirits are there.
Yeah, why it's haunted in the first place.
So storyline and writers definitely a 9 out of 10. Gore.
The house,
they found a way to do
the house that they used, the special effects.
Obviously, no one really got killed except for the prop dog, so the gore wasn't that amazing. But they found a way to throw a bunch of freaking
Nothing got killed except all the deleted scenes, which they still showed at the dream sequence.
Characters, the acting was pretty good. The actors.
Oh yeah, definitely good acting. Van Wilder,
definitely above average.
Van Wilder, if you're out there.
I was surprised Ryan Reynolds did that serious of a role when he did that shitty on Green Lantern.
Yeah, he did.
It was just the writing.
Yeah, he did that sober as a rock too.
Probably. The director, give him props. Andrew Douglas, I think it is, or something.
Yeah, he's got balls.
He shot some amazing shit.
He's got balls.
Shut the fuck up, homie. The tone and scenery, beautiful.
Beautiful, I said it, yep.
Ending.
Alright.
Ending was pretty decent.
What would you get out of 10?
Definitely above average, 8 out of 10 of the ending.
I give it a...
Score, amazing. Pace of the movie, really good.
For being, for being the Amityville Horror, being the remake.
It's not a 10 out of 10.
You don't think it's a 10 out of 10?
I think it's a 9.5 out of 10.
The only reason why it wouldn't be a 10 out of 10 is just because of that one plot hole at the butthole.
No, it's like a 9.2.
That's what I'm saying. Alright, everybody, check out our other freaking movie reviews.
Coming this Halloween season, 2011, we're going to do the first 4 Friday the 13th.
It'll be pretty tight.
Shout out to Jason Voorhees fan.
We'll do some Saw movie reviews.
Horror fan from the 80s, all those people.
Shout out Nate Dunning.
Shut
Nate
up
Dunning Films. Nah, he's the man, dude. He's got more horror knowledge in his freaking left
We went
nut.
a whole movie without talking about talking about his nuts until that. Thank you.
Wow. We can call him something else if you want.
What other reviews are we going to do? Saw, definitely the first 2 of Saw.
I already said that, you butthole.
Well, I'm sober as a rock. I got an excuse.
Okay. Alright, well, everybody, take it cheesy.
Don't say take it cheesy or fat.
I just said
Don't say anything like that.
Fuck.